trips that you plan for the next whole week. Bands too long for so cheap and your flex OD, sex OD. You got it, girl, you got it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chandler if you're new here. The box always comes with a kind message. It says, thank you for your purchase. I can't wait to hear your feedback. Please share your pics and thoughts via all social platforms and be sure to tag at the wig dealer, XOXO wig dealer. So unlike You Nice Hair or all those other places with cheaper priced wigs, they do not include all of the goodies. It's just nicely packed with this little baggie to store your wig in when you're not using it, and basically just the wig. This is going to be their 24 inch. I believe it's a 24 or 26, most likely 24 inch, just straight black lace frontal. I like lace frontals as opposed to full lace wigs, because with the lace frontal, when the wig or the frontal is old and dingy and messed up, you can just replace the frontal and keep the hair from the bundles, as opposed to tossing the whole wig away. Because with a full lace wig, once it's patchy, holey, missing hair and things like that, the whole wig is just trash, cannot be reused. Okay, so here is what the wig is looking like on my head. I love it. As you can already tell, it's like pre-colored on the roots already. Don't have to do too much there. No plucking really needed. Really just the lace needs to be cut, and that's about it. It's pretty beginner friendly if you're new at wigs and you want a good quality wig that's going to last you and not tingle and matte, then this is a really good a good starter wig for you. So basically right now at this point, I'm just playing around with the wig, making sure it's laying on my head where I want it to lay at. For when I secure the wig down, I don't want it to be too close to my eyebrows or too far down my forehead, and I'm just making sure my wig cap is on and not lifting up. I don't like to do all of the glue, the got to be glue and all of that cutting and all of the extra stuff I see a lot of girls do. I hate doing that. It's a wig. I just want it to be easy, smooth, and just throw on and take off. I can promise you my wigs that I install are so simple. Like literally I do hardly anything to them and they come out, I think I like how they come out. I get a lot of compliments on them. So, you know, if you want something simple, just 1-2 step tutorial, then here you go. This is not advanced at all. I don't like doing the extras because, yeah, I have no time for that. So here we're just gonna cut the lace starting at the ear part, the little, you know, make little slits so you can cut around your ear so you're able to wear the hair behind your ear and things like that without too much lace showing or any lace showing at all. And then from there, we're just gonna cut the lace off of the head. You want to be careful though when cutting this part, because you don't want to cut it too much that you start like making holes in the lace, or cutting too much hair off that, you know, it looks weird on the side. I've done that before and just look weird on the side because I cut too much hair off and not just the lace. So yeah, at this point it's very important to take your time and make sure you're cutting that slit right where your ear is so you don't have any problems with the wig and it doesn't fit too tight because you cut too much of the lace and the hair off. You want it to fit you snug, but not too snug where it feels like, you know, you have a headache or something. So here, before I actually cut the lace, I'm gonna put down the glue. I put down 3 coats of this glue. You want to let it air dry. You want to make sure it's sticky, but not like all the way super dry or the wig won't stick. I'm using glue from the wig dealer. I purchased this glue separately. You could purchase a kit for like 40 bucks. It's a wig beginner kit for beginners. It comes with the glue, a comb, and clips and things like that. So yeah, you just want to smooth out the glue and make sure that it air dries. I tend to think I put too much glue, but to each his own. Like, it works for me. But you want to let that air dry, and then eventually you're going to end up placing your lace of where you want your wig to start on top of that, and then cutting off the excess lace. I found this to be a more efficient way to make sure like the hair is laid where you want it to be laid at, and instead of cutting off the lace first and then oops, you cut too much lace, or oops, you got to cut more lace. Like, this just works better. It saves you a lot of time, trust me. So here I'm just going through and pressing down on the lace because I found out where I wanted it to lay. It's perfect for me. So I'm just going to press it down and then take the comb, the rat tail comb, and then just comb and press it in at the same time, just so it can get that extra lay, and I can see how it's sticking. And then I'm going through with the hot comb. These are the electric hot combs that you plug in. These are not stovetop hot combs. I don't know how that will do on lace. I don't know if that's going to melt it because, you know, those get hot. But at this point, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the comb. I'm going to take this and press through or hot comb through the part where I applied the wig at. So it just, again, provides another reinforcement so the wig can stay in place. I won't have any problems. And also it flattens it out and makes it, just gives it a more natural look. It lays it down really smoothly. So at this point, I'm taking a razor and cutting. This is an eyebrow razor. I'm cutting the lace here with this just to try to give it like a more natural look, a like jagged edge look instead of a straight blunt cut with scissors, because again, the goal is to try to make your lace look like natural. We all know it's a wig. Yeah, we all know we run wigs, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, we still want it to look good, you know. So I'm going to take that. I find this pretty hard to use. I hate using the razor. But I notice when I use the scissors, like sometimes you just can't help but to make straight cuts. So using the razor is good. Sometimes I use the razor and the scissors together just because I have a hard time with this razor. You want to be careful that you don't cut too much lace or that you don't cut a hole in the lace and have the lace just start ripping. That would be terrifying. So as you can see here, like I still have an excess amount of lace on my forehead because again, like I'm just very cautious with that razor. So I go through with the scissors and try to touch it up as much as I can. And with this point, I try to like move my hand or my wrist at an angle because again, I don't want a straight blunt cut with the scissors across my forehead. Like that's weird. So now at this point, we're just combing through the wig, making sure there's no tangles. I want to see like if it's shedding all crazy or what's going on with the wig, what it's looking like. And as you can see, the wig is looking pretty good, even though you can still see my lace in the front there. I gotta fix that. It's looking really good. Like I run my fingers through it easily. I'm making sure that my wig is not lifting from me just simply running my fingers through. That's something you want to test, because if the wig is lifting from you simply running your fingers through your hair, then you need to like reapply that, or that's going to be a problem. So I'm not really into baby hairs. I hate the exaggerated baby hair so much, but I'm going to take just a little bit of hair out just to make little itty bitty sections of little swoops, just to cover my lace, because as you can see, my lace is still very visible. And if you're like me, I don't wear makeup, so blending my lace with my like skin is on a daily basis is just like, you know, a little bit more complicated. It's easier when you wear makeup because you can just whoop 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 cover that up. But yeah, so yeah, I bought a little cheap little palette. It's not even a palette, it's just a little one of them little circle blushes with the mirror on it, one that matches my skin tone. I'm just gonna take it and just pat it across my my lace to try to blend it a little bit more with my skin tone. Again, like I was saying, if you like actually wear makeup, like beat your face type of makeup, this is an easier process. But for me, I don't wear makeup like ever. I just, my natural skin tone. So I want to try to get this to match as much as possible. So satisfied with how much I brush it up, I go through and try to start making little swoops like around where I patted the makeup in, so that it just like blends. Like as you can see, the makeup there on the side blends a little bit with the part that was already pre-tinted and colored. So here I'm using this spray. It's from the Wig Dealer. It's called the Melt Spray. Best spray ever, I promise you. Way better than Got to Be gel, Got to Be spray. Way better than any of that stuff. Like it's not flaky, doesn't leave a residue, and it really holds it. You honestly don't need glue or anything. You can just use this spray, and this spray will like lay your wig for like 2 to 3 days. Trust me, I've done it several times and it works amazing. So here we go with my little wax stick. I'm just gonna take it and put it down again on like the edges and the top of the hair, just at the, like, you know, where the roots are, and then go through with the hot comb again to get this as flat as possible. Something you want to do, you can use either the wax sticks or the mousse. I love using mousse or hair foam, whatever you want to call it. I like that better. It really does lay it down without leaving it all shiny. I mean, well, a nice shine, but like not as shiny as a wax stick would. It looks like a lot of product to me. Wow, so look at that. Like, I feel like that looks good. That's the first side. And I'm just taking my phone and looking at it with my phone to see how it looks on my phone camera, because you know, when you're taking pictures, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, and videos, you know, you can see you can see the lace differently. It hits differently than it does on the camera you record with or whatever. So, and then the lighting too is different. So I wanted to make sure that it was looking reasonable and not too crazy. So again, repeating the process of flat ironing the hair and using the wax stick. I just want to make sure like it's as flat as possible, it's as laid as possible, and it just looks good. So you can play with that as much as you want to your liking. You don't have to follow any one step. Just do, you know, what makes you feel comfortable, what you think looks good on you when it comes to that process. So now that we got that side done, let's move on to the other side and try to get it like equal, to look as like equally identical to the other side as possible. It's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect, but you know, the best we can do. I did less on this side, I feel like. So I tried to make it look as identical as I could. And pretty much the same process, wax sticks, hot comb, playing around with it, making sure I like it, you know, testing it out. Same steps. Installing the wig is actually pretty repetitive. The more you do it, the better you'll get. Trust me. Take it from me. Like, I do not do hair. I'm not a hairstylist. It's just, you know, installing your own wigs just over time. You know, watching different people, using different techniques and different methods and morphing it into your own. And you'll get it. Now that we're taking our big tooth comb and just combing through, taking out any like hair that was, you know, coming out from you know, messing around with the lace, or from cutting the little baby hairs or whatever we just did. We're just going to take the comb and comb out any strands and any tangles or anything like that. Cause you take the bullet trying to save me, and I'm left to do what making you bleed. So here I'm taking my amazing T3s, guys. T3s are just so beautiful, like amazing to have, amazing flat irons and wand curls. So yeah, we're taking the T3s and we're just gonna get this as bone straight as possible. I'm also gonna take this, I think this is L'Oreal, little like hair shine or sheen, whatever. Don't put too much. You definitely don't want the hair to be too shiny. That makes it oily and strandy and just cheap looking. At this point, I'm putting on my little gripper thing here I got from my local beauty supply store. It's not the best. I feel like it's not super tight to lay down your hair. So if you have something better, then I would use that. But I put that on just while I'm flat ironing my hair, so like it can melt as much as it can. And also at the same time, like after I'm straightening one side of the hair, I'm going to go through with the hot comb again and again press it out, because I want it to be, you know, again, as straight as possible. So yeah, I'm just going to reinforce again with that to blend it as much as I can. So I didn't do too much of small sections. I just took a nice size and just went ahead and started straightening. I know a lot of people use a comb while they're straightening through, but you know, this hair was already straight, so it really didn't take much for it to get straight at all. That's something I feel like you need if you have like more coarse hair, a body wave or something like that you want bone straight. This was already a straight wig, so it literally took nothing to get this hair straight. And also using a good flat iron will do the job for you too. If you invest your money in your hot tools, I promise you, you'll save a lot of time. You know, if you plan on doing your own wigs and your own hair and things like that, I feel like you have to invest in these products. Yeah, they can be a bit pricey, but having good tools will make all the difference. I promise you. Quality over quantity, my favorite saying. All she wanna do is hurt me. So now at this point, I'm just about done with everything. I'm just taking off this wig ripper, and then yeah, this is what I got, guys. I loved it. It's been a while since I had just a black straight hairstyle, so I was pretty happy with this. You can't see. Then I'm a motherfucking Now shorty, she in the club, she dancing for dollars. She got a thing for that Gucci, that Fendi, that Prada, that BCBG, Burberry, Dolce and Gabbana. She feed the fools fantasies, they pay her cause they want her. I spit a little G, man, and my gang got her. An hour later, had her ass up in the Ramada. Them trick niggas in the ear saying they think about her. I got the bitch by the bar trying to get. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. Let me know if you have any questions about the hair or anything like that. I'm always happy to answer any questions. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Got it, girl, you got, yeah. Pretty little thing, you got a bag and now you wildin'. You just took it off the line, no mileage. Way they hitting you, the DM looking violent. Talking while you come around and now you silent. Flew the Cooper 17, no guidance. You be staying low, but you know